Hey there guys, welcome to Dinos Vault and welcome to my review of the much awaited Hero Xtreme 200R. This is the real deal, the actual production variant that you guys can buy out there, and today I put it to test in the real world conditions and let's find out how it fares. So let's look at the design first. The design looks like a blend of the Xtreme 150 2014 model and the Xtreme Sports model. The headlamp carries the two LED position lights like what we saw in the Xtreme Sports model. The tail lamp resembles that of the Xtreme 150 2014 model. The tank also gets huge extended tank shrouds which I feel serve the purpose of keeping the engine temperature down. The side and rear panels are neatly laid out. I also like the new exhaust that looks like a machine gun and gives out a nice and sporty exhaust note when revved harder. So overall the design is neat in that it looks good from any angle you choose to look at it from, which is the hallmark of a great design. Nothing sticks out or looks disproportionate. Even the huge tank shrouds look good when you look at the bike in flesh. The seat looks to be of premium quality. The cushioning is just about perfect, not too hard nor too soft. There's adequate room for the rider to move back. There's some support offered for your lower lumbar region as well. You can duck behind the windscreen and shoot across the empty straights. Pillion room is also decent enough. I also like the premium quality tank pads that have been offered. The handlebar is ideally positioned, and this along with the perfectly set rider foot pegs and the comfortably laid out seat offer great comfort while commuting through the city traffic, and the setup also allows you to have good amount of fun while tackling corners or zipping through the vast open stretches. The overall ergonomics are perfectly sorted out on this bike. Another clever touch that I really appreciate is giving the choke lever right next to the switchgear, which provides for an easy reach. Also, this is the only 200cc bike that gets a Kickstarter, which is always good to have on board should the battery run out. The switchgear is of good quality. We do get a high beam flasher and an engine kill switch. The speedo almost resembles that of the Xtreme Sports, I suppose. We get an analog tachometer and a blue backlit display for the digital readouts. The digital readouts include a speedometer, odometer, trip meters, fuel gauge, service reminder and a clock. Please note that we get single channel ABS with this bike, which is a great safety feature to have on board because this prevents the front wheel from locking and skidding even under harsh braking scenarios on wet road surfaces. The ABS is on by default and is not switchable, which means you cannot turn it off. Now talking about the engine, we get a 4-stroke air-cooled 2-valve single-cylinder 199.6cc engine that puts out 18.4 PS of max power at 8000 RPM and 17.1 Newton meters of max torque at 6500 RPM. We get a 5-speed gearbox. Taking the bike out for a spin, I must tell you I was seriously surprised as to how beautifully Hero have tuned this engine. We all know they took their own sweet time to bring this bike out, and I feel a lot of that time has gone into fine-tuning this engine to become a firecracker of a performer. Mind you, the performance is right up there with the best when it comes to low to mid-range surge. It's only at the top end that the bike feels to be running out of steam. Maybe the inclusion of a 6th gear would have helped, I don't know, but still not everyone is going to go racing daily to look for top end performance. So the low to mid-range performance is seriously impressive, and that's all that one needs. You can cruise on this bike between 90 to 100 km per hour effortlessly all day long. It feels like the Xtreme combines the nimble and agile character of the Suzuki Gixxer and the initial explosive power delivery of the Pulsar 200 NS. The bike is an absolute delight to flick around in city traffic. The handling is absolutely spot on. It is light and sporty, and as you ring the throttle hard, the overtakes start happening in a fast forward mode. The smile on your face grows wider, your heart feels merrier, and the adrenaline rush just makes you want to push this bike further to its limits. Thanks to the lightweight yet sturdy chassis, the bike turns in and out of corners in a flash and changes directions like the Quicksilver from the X-Men franchise. Trust me guys, I was expecting a decent performance from this bike, but I never expected it to be this good. I mean, on the highways with full throttle, the bike doesn't waver or even feel unsettled one bit. There were no vibrations that I could feel, at least to the extent of bothering me. Whatever slight buzz that you may feel can pass off as sporty character of the bike. The throttle response is light and crisp. The clutch feel is light and easy to operate. The seat is super comfortable, and the throttle action and rotation is light and easy going on your palms and wrists. There is no engine heating apparent because I rode the bike through city traffic all the way up to the outskirts, and there was no heating issue that I encountered. Talking about the brakes, we get a 276mm disc up front and a 220mm disc at the back. We do get single channel ABS as standard, which is outstanding considering the price at which this bike has been launched. Braking again is very impressive. You can see that the bike comes to a standstill in a matter of few seconds, and the ABS intervention is also very smooth and controlled instead of being jittery or uncertain. Perfectly aiding the brakes are the tires. We get 17-inch wheels at both ends with tubeless tires. We get a 100/80 tire up front and a 130/70 tire at the back. And please note that the rear tire is a radial tire from MRF that is made up of a special compound to offer superior road grip and comes with an angular tread pattern that offers better water channeling capabilities and better road grip even on wet surfaces. Talking about the suspension, we get 37mm forks up front and a 7-step adjustable monoshock at the back. The suspension is perfectly sprung to offer a nice and comfortable ride in the city limits, and at the same time it supports the chassis really well by offering superb stability even while doing triple-digit speeds. Overall, the reason I feel that this is going to be a blockbuster hit is because of its pricing. Being priced at Rs 89,900 ex-showroom Hyderabad, the Xtreme 200R is around 15k cheaper than the RTR 200 ABS Race Edition and nearly 20k cheaper than the Pulsar 200NS ABS. Please do watch out for my detailed comparo video of the Xtreme 200R versus the RTR 200 versus the Pulsar 200NS for my thorough analysis of all these bikes. But more than the 200cc segment with its super aggressive pricing, I feel the Xtreme 200 will even give the 180 and the 160cc bikes a run for their money, because the Xtreme 200R is cheaper than the Gixxer SF ABS and even the Hornet ABS, and is priced almost on par with the Gixxer Street Fighter ABS model, which is truly unbelievable. Mileage wise, I think we can expect anything close to 40 kmpl from this bike, because Hero is known to dish out mileage champions in our market. Well, I guess that's pretty much it for now. I just hope you found this video useful. Until next time, this is Dino saying ciao, take care, God bless, and ride safe.